So we're going to start off with the JSE stocks, and we'll start with ABG, which is Absa Group. We can see on the broader side of things, it's been forming this rectangle consolidation pattern. And if we look at it on a shorter time period, so if we do this, we can see that there is some type of symmetrical triangle that has been forming. And what I like about TradingView is I can actually make my triangles. So here's the triangle that's been forming, and we need another indicator. So let's bring our RSI, and it's doing exactly the same as the way it's performing with the shares. Now the problem is that it's touching the not bullish, not bearish, but it's almost like the equilibrium of the 50, which is testing this level. So the problem is, if it breaks down, it is definitely coming down to 151.31. I don't know if I will take the trade, because I don't know, maybe I will, because the oil Z is looking like it's going to crash soon. And if it breaks to the upside, well, that'll be amazing for the JSE and for our stocks. And I always hope for upside than downside. So at the moment, I'm just going to say I'm pretty neutral with this analysis. Okay. ArcelorMittal, I do not trade it. I do not like it. It is a penny stock. It is dangerous in the broader scheme of things, and it looks like it's going all the way down to zero. So it's formed this massive inverse cup and handle. It's broken below. And if we look at the first target, we'll go price range, and let's do the first target, which will be at about 3 Rand 46. So not trading it. It's on my watch list, but I do not trade it. Anglo American. Now, Anglo American has broken below this M formation. You can see that this was a signal to go short, but my problem is that because this candle is so large, that we missed most of the movement, especially the fact that it opened and gapped. And now if I place my stop loss, I normally want to put it at about this level. And between the entry and the stop loss will be larger than what the actual take profit is, which is around 469 Rand and 74 cents. So not that we missed this trade, but there was less of an opportunity for Anglo American, because it just crashed down and it's continuing down, and the risk to reward is not good enough for a premium trade. Then we have AMS, which is Anglo American Platinum, and you can see that I've done quite a large analysis with this. And this isn't, for example, this is an analysis with Premium MetaTrader where you can see where it's going, but this is too large of an analysis to actually take a trade. Like this is a medium term holding position where you get in at 114 and you expect the target to go to 34 and 33. Now, for CFDs, that's okay, because you're earning interests when you're shorting CFDs. So in some way it's good, but if you're let's call you a medium term trader, then this is a great example to short something and hold for the next 2-3 years. And that is Anglo American Platinum. Next, we're heading over to Anglo Gold. Now, this analysis has been changed a little bit. So let's move. Actually not. It's this little guy. All right, let's move that out the way. Let's change this. So as you can see, it's formed an inverse cup and handle. Let's place our entry level where it is broken. We'll place our stop loss at 275 Rand, 277.58. And we'll make sure that the take profit is more than 1.5 risk to reward. It has to be more than 1.5, or else it will not work in the long run. Your reward needs to be extensively longer than where your risk is. So AngloGold Ashanti looking good for a short. It's broken below. It might be a trade that I will take into consideration for Premium MetaTrader, but for now, it's just an analysis, and I'll send out these analysis on Discord as well afterwards, so that instead of just going to this video and watching the whole thing, you can go into Discord and say, all right, these are the analysis that Timon has done for the premium service, which is why I'm trying to make it a little bit more live and real, because if I'm sending via email, it's quite old news, and if I send it via YouTube, it's quite a hassle to to scroll through the whole video. So instead, you can just go through Discord, and I'll post these analysis afterwards. If you're happy with that, send it in the chat. I'm happy to change my ways as it is. As I told you, the Discord only started yesterday. Aspen, and for premium members, I've given the Discord link. It is confidential and private, so if you do want to bring a family member or a friend or a colleague, just send me a little email to info@timonandmyt.com or timon@timonandmyt.com and say, I would like to bring in my son, grandson, granddaughter, my maid, whatever you want. I will have a look. I'll take a look, and I'll send them the link to join the Discord. This is a private channel, but for premium members, I'm happy to accept your loved ones. Then we have Aspen. Aspen is broken below, short at the moment. There is an M formation, and it looks pretty good. So let's throw in the analysis. I've done this a million times, and I still forget where everything is. So let's put that as in the entry level. We'll put this as the stop loss. And remember, the risk to reward needs to be at least 1.5. So let's put it at about 1.5. So 109 Rand and 109 Rand and 92 cents. So there's the target for Aspen Pharmaceuticals. Looks pretty good for a short. All right, so I'll write it down as a potential trade for the premium service, Aspen shorts. And why? Because it's an M formation. BHG. BHG is BHP Billiton Group. They changed their ticker recently from BHP and BIL to now BHG. They love changing their tickers. And what do we see here? Pretty much nothing. We can say that there is another inverse cup and handle that's been forming in the interim. It's actually formed two handles within the cup and handle. It's a rare occasion. Or you could say it's formed a cup and handle and then another larger cup and handle. But overall, let's not make the target too extensive. Let's put the price range from the high to the low, copy and paste it and throw it here. Remember, I'm using TradingView, and I sent you the link higher up if you want to join TradingView. It's free. It's amazing. You're missing out if you've not got into TradingView yet. I've used it for 10 years, and only after 10 years, I've decided to go pro. Short position. So we want a breakout below this level. We'll put our stop loss just above the handle of the inverse cup and handle, and we'll move it all the way down. But we need the risk to reward to be over 1.5. So we'll throw it about there at 325 Rand and 39 cents. Looks good. All right. Next, our worst trade ever. BHP this is British American Tobacco, which we're in at the moment and not doing well. It's testing the 200-day moving average. It's broken below. I'm not going to hope and say, well, it's looking good, it's bounced off it, and now it's going to take profit. Doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, it formed this cup and handle. It broke above. It gave us the signal to go long, which is what we do with the system. We set our take profit and our stop loss. Hasn't hit our stop loss yet. Can't hope too high on it. So I do expect it to hit our stop loss. It's currently below the 200-day moving average, but we never know. An open trade is an open trade until it's closed. Wisdom from Timon. Okay. Richemont. So Richemont, we got into the long based on this ascending triangle, if you remember. I'll be happy to draw it for you. So we got in this long with the ascending triangle. It bounced, it broke above. And then when it was around this level, we dropped the, not drop, we brought up the stop loss to about 190, and then it hit our stop loss on the 1st of September, got us out at a gain, and luckily we banked the gain. We didn't have to worry about paying any more interest charges because it was quite a long time that we held the trade. And now it is pretty much by our entry. It's actually lower than where our entry is. So I'm quite happy to have gotten out on the 1st of September. I'm happy to have, raised that stop loss, got us out, and banked the gain. Then we have Clicks. Okay. And welcome to those who have joined. We are doing an analysis on the JSE trades and analysis. And just so you know, I'll be posting some of these analysis that we've done on the new Discord server for premium multi-traders. There are a few VIP multi-traders that I've also brought into Discord that aren't premium. But the thing is, it's going to be a closed discussion. So I cannot send you the link to Discord in the description in YouTube, but I will send it in the email afterwards, so you get this video, this full video and analysis and how Discord works. Okay, so let's see. Clicks is not in my favorite watch list at the moment. In fact, I'm going to delete this analysis. I'm going to put a rectangle, and I'm going to say that currently it's in jail. As long as it's bouncing between the 267 Rand 68 and 325 Rand and 90 cents, it's in jail. I think we should mark it jail. So if you are a range-bounded trader and love consolidation patterns, absolutely go for it. But right now it's in jail, and I am not doing anything. This is fun. Capitec. Now, Capitec hit our take profit level. And if we take a look at what it formed, so I'm not really looking at RSI right now, but if you see what it formed is that it made an uptrend. So the regression line was up. It then formed this diamond formation, which is a rare formation that happens in technical analysis, but it does happen. And there's one of two things that can happen. Either it can break up and it will go to the top of the diamond formation, or it will break down, which is what it did. We got in at this level, and it went all the way down to 1,659 Rand 23 cents. Okay, so now the question is, what is going on from here? It is bouncing up and down on these supports. It's below the 200-day moving average. The 7 is below the 21, is below the 200. So it's still got downside to go. I do expect some type of sideways motion trending analysis before we decide to go long or short. But until then, we're out of this, and I'm going to look for the next one. Discovery. What is going on with Discovery? Is it also in jail? It seems to be in jail, and I'm not happy with it. So I'm going to mark it in jail. I used to call it the box, but now I prefer jail because, you don't want to deal with it. The box formation, you actually want to trade, but this one here, you can see short-term opportunities, for example, and M formation that's broken below, and now it's on its way down to the bottom. But the way Discovery moves is that it's a little bit too volatile, because it can form this downside and then it just shoots to the upside, and it doesn't work well with MultiTrader. Exaro. Now, Exaro is in a strong trending momentum market, clearly on the way up. It's not really forming any patterns, but it is bouncing up and down through this range, and it's just on its way up. I can't do anything with this. If you're a trend trader, if you like trading through, if you're a swing trader, you want to, hold on to the market when it moves up. If you're a range bound trader and you want to buy when it hits these lower support lines, or sell when it hits these resistance lines, go for it. But for me, I can't do much with that. FSR, we're currently in a short position and we're in the money. It formed this, before it formed this cup and handle. So let us draw it. So before it formed this cup and handle, and we set our stop loss above the handle, and now it's formed a rounding bottom. It's broken below the same support, which either it's going to repeat this process or it is going to continue down. Now, looking at the markets in general, it seems like the general JSE trend wants to come down. Okay, so I'm not too confident that FirstRand is going to turn up. However, when we looked at ABSA, it did show signs that it can be forming a symmetrical triangle and it will break to the upside. So right now, it's in a downtrend. It's broken below. It looks like it's on its way down. We're in that short at the moment, quite happily. The only problem actually is not a problem, because we're short. We're actually receiving the interest while we're short in the market. So I don't mind holding this trade longer. Gold Fields, another trade that I haven't traded for many years, but I have been doing analysis. And the analysis is quite extensive, that it's formed this inverse cup and handle. The RSI has been making lower highs. We can throw in this short position with a stop loss above the handle of the inverse handle, and the take profit, which is 2.95 risk to reward, which is an excellent reward if it drops down. But we're talking a big move, 129 Rand 55 cents down to 26 Rand and 6 cents. So Gold Fields is not looking good. Neither is Anglo Gold. Glencore, I don't see anything at the moment. We can say that there is an M formation, but the problem that I have, and that is gaps. I do not like gaps. Even though it's closed the gap, this does not confirm a strong M formation, but rather high volatility in an uncertain market. Impala also formed this major M formation. There's a problem going on with platinum at the moment and commodities. Either investors are not seeing the future potential that platinum has compared to palladium, with the catalytic converters and with the uses of platinum, and also with the fact that platinum is not as popular as it used to be for jewelry, but now mainly industrial purposes. So I don't think investors are seeing the value that platinum has to offer, because it's old school, to be honest. And if it does break below the support, we are talking quite an extensive drop in the markets. So I'm going to go price range and copy and paste this one. Geez, I love it when this happens, when the target is almost close to zero. And in this case, it's at about 20. It's a laugh. I don't know if this will play out. I'm just following the system. You can send it in the chat if you agree or disagree, but it looks like there's something brewing. When I see a big market that's about to drop, especially in resources, it means either there's going to be a massive recession or even a depression. I haven't lived to be through a depression yet, or just a very vigorous crash before upside. Kumba, we can say the same thing with the M formation. It's broken below. I'm seeing if we take the between the high and the low and we copy and paste it with trading view, we can see the target is also close to zero. Okay. I think I'm looking too broadly into these markets. Let's slow it down. All right. So target number 1 will be at 238 Rand and 97 cents. The RSI, the risk to reward needs to be more than 1.5, and it's actually okay. Actually, no, this is wrong. I need to get in at this level. And okay, it's not a great trade. I don't think I'll send it through the premium. And the reason is because it's already broken down. We do see downside to come further, but I think we missed this opportunity. Mondi, I don't see anything to report. Merafi, once again, it's on its way down to my favorite target at 67. Merafi is one of the stocks that you just buy at 60, sell at 120, short at 120, and buy at 60. And you could have done this for decades. It just works every single time. And I love doing this with Merafi, but it is quite a long-term hold, even though it is rather rewarding. Mr. Price is in the middle of nowhere, so nothing to report. MSM, I do not want to look at these gaps, so I skip. MTN has been not on my great watch list in the last couple of years, so I'm going to skip. Nedbank is continuing to move through this symmetrical triangle. The fact that the arrow is up and the symmetrical triangle is here, but is broken below, means that we can get a fake out and we can get some downside back to 170 and 47 cents. Not a great trading opportunity because we can expect a lot of volatility with this type of movement, but one to watch out for anyway. Nampak has broken its inverse cup and handle. It's broken below. I haven't traded Nampak in many years, and the reason is because it's 1, a penny stock, and 2, there are not many brokers and trading platforms actually offer it, and 3, it looks like it's on its way down to 0. I feel like Mr. Doom today. Naspers, we got in, we banked our profits, it hit our take profit. We then, there's a symmetrical triangle that's now currently formed. It's broken below, similar to the banks. And my first target for Naspers is at 1,659 Rand 64 cents. Put my take profit at this level. And the question is it worth a premium trade? Maybe. I'm going to write it down as a potential premium trade, and I'll obviously also be taking it because I take all these trades that I send out. Old Mutual, it's on a one-way track down. So nothing to really report. PPC, exactly the same as Old Mutual. Process is broken below the rising wedge, which should have broken up. But what I warned you, if you remember correctly, is that it formed this gap. And remember, markets close gap 75% of the time, which is another reason to not buy or sell a market when it gaps. South Africa top 40 index. Let's take a look. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. You can send it in the chat. And if you haven't done so, please click on these links to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you'll receive this video as well as the TradingView so that you can get these charts. They're all free. Everything's free. But just make sure that you have TradingView so that we're seeing the same thing. And when you go on Discord, which I'll show you just now, you can screenshot the analysis. I'll follow you as well. And we can talk about what's lining up. All right, SAPI, I haven't traded in many years, so we'll skip. Standard Bank has broken below this double M formation. The M formation, sorry, double top formation is broken below. As you can see, all of the banks are acting similarly where we are expecting downside to come. So if you are a big fan of shorting the market at the moment due to what is going on in America with the high inflation rates and the high interest rates, or with the war that's going on in the Ukraine and Russia, and you don't have hopes for the Biden administration or what is going on, it might be a fun, it could be a risk, but to short all of the banks in South Africa is showing a good sign of downside. So I'm going to throw it in here, and I might even choose to short one of the banks for the premium multi-trader as well. I'm not a big risk taker, but this looks pretty good for downside. I'll write it down. All right, ShopRite, nothing to report. Sanlam, nothing to report. Steinhoff, definitely nothing to report. Sasol hit my take profit. So it formed this box formation, as you can see. It broke below, which we got in last week. Or it was, about a week ago. And now it hit my take profit today. So I'm out of that trade. And I'm waiting for the next formation because it looks like there is more downside to come. But it was a good trade. One to add to the quarter. It's been a very profitable quarter compared to the previous quarter. So I'm quite content with the way markets are moving at the moment. SPAR, nothing to report. It's in the, when I say it's nothing to report, it means that it's in this channel and it hasn't formed a distinguished breakout pattern that I can get into. So if you are a trend analysis or a trend trader, then that would be an opportunity to just carry on holding. Sibanye, Stillwater, all of the gold stocks are looking bearish. I'm hoping there's going to be some type of catalyst that is going to push up resources and gold because they are my favorite sector and I support them. Not all with the principles, but I support them with the multi-trader system. Definitely. So it has broken below, and the first target is between the high and the low, and the difference would be at 8.72 Rand. So it is a very big target. It's possible. I don't have a platform to even short Sibanye Stillwater. Telkom, it is actually showing upside to come. Good for you, Telkom. I'm living in Greece now, and I'm still paying Telkom because when I go to South Africa every few months, at least I have good data, good reliable internet, people to call. So I'm happy to support Telkom, and I see that the first target will be at around 59.43 Rand. Good for you, Telkom, but not good enough for the premium multi-trader. Let's take a look at what happened over here. So Telkom, you can see, formed this M formation and it hit our take profit level, which we got out of. And we just waited during that trend channel. And now it's currently forming some type of ascending triangle for further upside. Vodacom's also in a downward channel, unfortunately. Woolworths is showing good upside to come. All right, so it formed this W formation. At the moment, it's forming what's known as a pennant, not a wedge. A wedge lasts longer than a month or 2-3 months. So it's formed this pennant. We're then going to wait for the breakout to the upside, hopefully, but the way the markets are looking, it doesn't look very good. So if it does break to the upside, the target will be at 73 and 86 cents. And if it breaks below, then we might need to short this market. And then obviously we have the J200, which unfortunately is a short analysis. There is an inverse cup and handle. The handle, so the stop loss is not too far up, but it's enough for the market to drop and continue dropping so that the risk to reward is around 2.1. So we can see it's a short analysis, inverse cup and handle. The target is 50,000. So luckily we are short quite a number of stocks with the premium. And believe it or not, I think we're going to be doing more shorts, which I'll be sending out either today or tomorrow.